Good morning, this is Marie Henderson. I'm working on Gina Johnson's Canvas account here. Thank you to Gina for letting me masquerade as her so that I can teach you guys a few things today. The idea here is that a lot of you created a shell course this summer when you attended Canvas training, and that now you want your students to be enrolled in that shell course so that they can see and use all the things you've created and designed for them. So to start with, when you first log into Canvas, you'll be here at your user dashboard. If you're already logged in, you're already doing something, remember you can return to the user dashboard by clicking the sunburst. The red sunburst in the top left corner just takes you right back always to the user dashboard. Mine is slowly connecting a little bit here today. Okay, so then if you click here, or really just hover over where it says courses, you're going to see a lot of courses. Specifically, Gina, Mrs. Johnson, wants all of her students to be enrolled in or users in this course shell she created this summer called Mrs. Johnson 4A. Okay, so to do that, I'm going to take all of these courses that showed up here for her in Canvas from PowerSchool and do what Canvas calls cross-listing for each of them. So I'm just going to start with the one on top. I would recommend that you not do these that are attendance or just 4th grade. I would recommend that you do the ones that are subjects. So to start with, I'm going to take this top one, which is Language Arts. I'm going to open that course, and I'm going to go here to Settings, and then to Sections. Usually there's one section listed inside a course with PowerSchool. It also says how many users are in that section. Okay, so you want to click on the section itself, right here where the blue hyperlink is showing up. Click on the section itself, and then using the toolbar here at the right, you want to select cross-list this section. This little window will pop up, and you want to type in the name of your shell. So like in this case, I'm typing in Mrs., and there it pulls it up with just a few letters. We want to pick Mrs. Johnson 4A, and then click cross-list this section. Now, I know that I have accomplished this because up here at the top I can follow the breadcrumbs. That's what this is called here at the top. And it now says this Johnson-O-4 is under Mrs. 4A, which is the nickname for her course. Okay, so we have to go back in and do this for each course individually. So we go here again to Courses, and the next one on the list is Math. So I'm going to select the Math course, go back to Settings, bottom left corner there on the toolbar, and then click Sections. Select the hyperlink there under Sections. Using the right toolbar here on the right side, I'm going to select cross-list this section. Again, entering the name of the course shell Mrs. Johnson created, the one you created this summer, selecting it, and then cross-list this section. Okay. I've got 2 of them done. Again, I know this one was successful because here we have Math under the breadcrumb Mrs. 4A. So we go in again to Courses. You'll notice they disappear, right? Notice Language Arts and Math are no longer here. So the next one on the list is Reading. So I pick Reading, and we go to the bottom left of the toolbar. We click Settings, go to Sections. Again, just as it's always been, there's only one section. We pick Johnson Reading, go over here to Cross-List, right-hand side of your screen, right toolbar, pick Cross-List this section, type the name of your shell when the window pops up. Again, it's going to populate for you. and you click the blue cross list this section. And we know we're successful. Of course, we have this green thing up here that says we're successful, but we also know because now Johnson 04 reading is under or behind or after Mrs. 4A. So it is now under that section. So we'll do this for each. I would remind you that as I'm doing this, you could pause the video, go try it for yourself, come back, watch the video a bit more, pause the video, go try it for yourself. It's the cool thing about a screencast. So I'm going to pick her science class. I'm going to go here to settings. I'm going to pick sections here on the top. Select the section. This one's science. Go here to cross list. So we're going to cross list this section. I'm going to, here in this toolbar, or sorry, on this window again, type the name of my shell. So Mrs. Johnson 4A pops up, and we click the blue cross list this section. Again, we get the green successful. Go back into courses. I'm going to pick the next one on the list, in this case social studies. I'm going to go here to settings, bottom left corner, settings. And then here at the top we're going to pick sections. Picking the section, going here to cross list this section, right toolbar, typing in the name of my shell, selecting it, and clicking the blue cross list. Again, we get the green. We've successfully cross-listed, and we notice that social studies is under the breadcrumb Mrs. 4A. So we go here, this is the last one. Going to go into courses again, pick the last course, which is spelling. Going to go here to settings. And again to sections here at the top. Pick Johnson 04 spelling. Over here on the right, we pick cross list. Type in the name of her shell. There it is, Mrs. Johnson 4A. And click the blue cross list this section. Okay, so once again, you will now notice here in courses that all she has is her attendance. I'm not sure what this one specifically is for, although I'm just going to open it up and check this out because I don't know how many of you also have this section. Just to see if there are people in this course, I'm going to come here to people. Nope, her students are not here either. We'll need to actually look and see if her enrollments have been pushed over from PowerSchool. Those of you that teach at O'Laughlin, some of that may need to be done on the back side with Amy Veach or I through PowerSchool. I'll check into that and get back to you on that note. So I'm not going to at this point cross-list this one, but it is kind of convenient to only see the courses here under courses that you want to see. Since you're not going to push grades to PowerSchool in these attendance courses, you probably don't want them to show up under courses. So let's get rid of them. Click View or View All or Customize. And this lists now the 5 courses that were showing up there in under courses. Some of you will have list of current enrollment at the top, as well as down here at the bottom you'll have some things about past enrollments. Regardless, you only want to do this with current enrollments, the things here under My Courses. Okay, since I'm just guessing here for Mrs. Johnson, she can of course change this at any time. She'll want to be using most frequently this shell that she created. So you can see here at the left there's a star. So we can click that star to have it added as a favorites under our courses. Okay, so then if we go back to the user dashboard and again hover over courses, now you'll notice all we see is Mrs. Johnson 4A. Now, if I got on the ball and had done some more things in my course that many of you are students in, this ITS or ITS 489, If she was going to use this a lot and she was going to go here for some resources, then she'd want to also click the star on this one. And that way when she goes back to her user dashboard, when she hovers over, you'll notice again that now it is showing up. Okay, so that's how you work with that. We'll be having more Canvas coffee shops in the coming days so that you guys can get additional training and help each other and get help from me, get help from the Tech Cadre. I want to publicly again thank the Tech Cadre for everything they do for their colleagues. When I'm not available, it truly would not be possible to be doing this size of rollout without their assistance, and they're just doing it out of the goodness of their heart. So I want to say thank you to them again. I hope you all have a good day, and I hope I see you soon at a training. Thanks.